Hi everybody, it's the 18th day of VEDA and today's vlog is going to be about space. If any of you were watching the news yesterday, you probably know that the Space Shuttle Discovery took a victory lap around Washington DC on the back of an airplane on its way to be retired at Udvar Hazy Hangar at Dulles Airport, which is an extension of the National Air and Space Museum. And gosh, what I would not have given to have been there watching the space shuttle zoom across the National Mall. There are not that many things that I get really passionately patriotic about. I don't think I've had an American flag on my shirt since I was like 8 years old, and I have never ever had the desire to go into the military, and I don't think I've ever cried over the national anthem. And for people who do feel that way and who do those things, that's great. Absolutely nothing against them, but I'm not generally one of those people. But one of the things that makes me incredibly proud to be an American is NASA and our involvement with the space program and space exploration, and the fact that we built the Saturn V rocket and we were the first country to send people to the moon, and that we developed the space shuttles and had such a really incredible program with the space shuttles. And there are so many things that we're working on now. Actually, the very first thing that I can remember wanting to be when I was little was an astronaut artist, which was something that I made up. I wanted to be a person who went into space and painted pictures of what they saw. Later I realized that I, A, don't have very much artistic talent, and B, I am not the hard science kind of person, and I don't love trigonometry, and I really don't get along well with calculus. Algebra 2 is about my limit of having fun with math. But, you know, there's a big part of me that still wants to be an astronaut. I've been really interested in space travel and space exploration and all of that ever since I was really little. I think it probably started when I was about 5 and I went to the National Air and Space Museum for the first time. I remember I got this toy that was a space shuttle, and it had solid rocket boosters and a fuel tank, and when you pushed the button, the solid rocket boosters would fall off like they do, and then you push the button and the fuel tank would fall off like it does. And I just thought that was the coolest thing, and I don't have that toy anymore, and I really wish I did. And I've been talking about space with my preschoolers this week, my 2 groups of preschoolers. And I think space is one of those things that all little kids are really interested in to a certain point. It's like dinosaurs or trains or animals. Maybe it's not what they're going to grow up, you know, to love in their life, but I think all little kids are really fascinated by space and the concept of what's outside of our world. And we're not talking about nebulae or deep space exploration or anything. We've talked about astronauts and planets and the moon, and tomorrow we're going to paint a picture of stars. And so, you know, it's nothing really in-depth, but I hope that maybe in my little kids I can spark some kind of an interest in space in one of those kids, and they will grow up to work on the next big space exploration project at NASA. And if that happened, I would just be the happiest person in the world. So what are your thoughts on space? Are you interested? Would you ever want to be an astronaut? I'm pretty sure if my life and the cost of space travel ever meet in the middle somewhere and I can afford to go into space, I'll do it. So leave some answers for me in the comments below, and I hope you're all having a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.